Hey there, my name is Ricky. I'm about to show you around my aquaponics setup. Thought it was about time I just got a camera out and just showed everybody around. I'll just walk through here beside my shed here. It's my old soil garden in there. Still getting some tomatoes and zucchinis and that, even though winter's about to happen. When I first got into aquaponics, it was about 5 months ago, and I don't know, I got the bug for some reason. I read some article somewhere, so I started to get on some forums and have a bit of a read, and a couple of hours later I decided, bugger, I'm going to have a go at this. I got the basic guts of what you needed and just sort of went from there. So what I've done was I got a couple of these from the tip. I actually got one at the start and I bought another one later, and I got these little flood and drain stands you get from a hydroponic store, and I had it wide underneath with like used poly pipe to a pump, and just sort of dangled in the water, and had on a timer which went from 15 minutes to on, then 45 minutes off. So since then I've used these beads up, and now my idea was to have a pump in here and then run the greenhouse with the water in here, and I still might do that. I've got a lot of other ideas at the moment, and I suppose if I just show everybody this, then they'll probably be able to help me out more. Now over here, my outside temperature now is 23.9, and inside in the water is 13.7. Put some duckweed in there. It seems to be going okay. I found if you have duckweed going up and down with the water going up and down, it seems to get stuck to the sides and never grows properly. Over here, it was one of the first things I actually put in to do with my aquaponics, sort of to do with them. But I put four 3,000 litre water tanks in. At the moment, I've used a lot of water washing rocks and stuff. Had a little bit of rain yesterday. There's a little water gauge up there. It shows it's half full. Here's another little thing I've got here. It's one of these bug collectors. It's on one of these dusk till dawn timers. Haven't really found it that much good, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to go and feed the trout every day with that. That's the pressure pump I got. I've got that pot to the greenhouse as well. I'll show you my chooks. Chooks are bloody unreal. I've never had them before, but geez, they're bloody fun to watch and really love them. Hey, for some reason, I reckon everybody should have chooks in their backyard. After having them anyway. They're a pain in the arse though to have out, because they start bloody pooing all your concrete. You've got to wash it off all the time, but apart from that, they're pretty good. This greenhouse is 5.4 by 3 metres, and it was bought off eBay. I got all the paving put down. I got a contract to do that. Just didn't have the time to do it. I've done the wiring myself. I'm a Sparky by trade, and I've got a power point just there, and a light switch there, so I can come out here at night. It's just beautiful. Hey, so I got some sleepers out of there. Everything's attached to that. Done the plumbing myself, and here is some seedlings. They're going pretty good. There's some broad beans there. Probably going to plant them in the soil, but these are Brussels sprouts and cabbage and this dill. I want to try some of that dill because I want to use it with my fish when I get to eat them, if I ever get to eat them. Over here, just a bit of an experiment there. Or the ones at the back there are peas. I'm going to grow them probably in the garden. I might try one in aquaponics. Those are pumpkins. Yes, I'm not going to be able to really grow them. They were more of an experiment because we bought a Japanese pumpkin at some place that was selling organic stuff, and you can't buy these Japanese pumpkins in Australia. Well, I guess you can because we bought one, but you can't buy them in a normal shop. We dry the seeds out and give them a go, and geez, they bloody work good, so I reckon it's going to go well. This is where I have a cup of tea or a beer or whatever, and relax and enjoy the place. Geez, I love it. Over here, I showed you the outside temperature. Inside temperature at the moment is 22.2, so it's about the same. I've had these doors open for about an hour now. the water temperature though was 18.9, so the outside was about 13 or something, I think. So good 5 degrees warmer in the water. I've got so at the moment I've got 6 IBCs, and these are my recent additions, and it's been good because I know how to do one, so I just keep doing the same thing every bloody time, so I'm getting faster doing them. I'll try to put on a thread on the forum on Practical Aquaponics how to make them. I haven't really finished it yet, but I don't know, if anybody wants to ask me questions, I'm happy to help with that. Yeah, so I haven't finished filling this up yet. This is crushed red brick, or crushed bricks. So I figured it's like clay, so it's got to be like expensive stuff. I'm going to put some river gravel on top just for ease of planting. In all, I don't actually have any of these bell siphons or that. It just pretty much runs on a timer. I found them just the bloody pain in the ass trying to work them out. So maybe eventually I will, but I just found it's so much time involved in mucking around with it that I could have been spending more time washing gravel or building something or whatever. So I'll get around to it maybe. That's my solar. That's to show how much solar power I'm producing. It's really got nothing to do with aquaponics, but I guess this power is running on solar power, so I suppose it is. In here I've got some catfish. They're probably not going to show themselves. What I'll do is I'll turn off the over here is my switch that I have for my air pumps, so I'll turn that off. And the water's not running. It is actually running at the moment. So that's the timer for my pump. So it's at the moment 30 minutes on and 45 minutes off. So I don't know, I might change that. Yeah, you can see the flow sort of going about that sort of pace. What I'll do is I'll just turn it off just to make it a bit quieter, I guess, for the video. So in here, my catfish aren't going to come out, I don't think. They're right down the back. Geez, they're ugly looking things though. They're about 20 centimetres long. Apparently they can, I'm supposed to be able to breed them next year if I can get them big enough, and if I can work out some way of putting gravel in the bottom for the nests and stuff. But anyway, I've got a whole year to research that one. This is my second one, which I haven't got around to doing. This is going to be a job today actually. I've got a trail load full of this bloody crushed brick I'm going to chuck in here. What I found is when I was filling up it with all my beds with the grow media, is to put some bloody pebbles, big like river pebbles, the smooth ones, and put them around that because it makes it easier for this to turn. Because I found if you got rocks and stuff in there, they get jammed in the holes and it makes it impossible to turn. So that's being the whole beauty of this, is you can turn it and cut the weeds off. So anyway, that's a bit of a tip there. I guess people will soon work it out once they put all the gravel in and you can't turn the pipe or whatever. You have to take it all out again. It might save someone a hassle. So the water is in a 32mm pressure pipe. I guess it's overkill, but that's what I used. And each one's got its own little tap on them. I've got this here so that I can actually isolate these two on the left, these two IBCs on the left, so that the water, I can actually put another pump in and have a separate system. And I've done that for all 6. If you notice over there, I've got another valve there and another valve up behind there as well. There it is there. So that I can isolate the 2 on the left, the 2 on the right. I can just have these 4 here going together and just make these 2 here separately. I can I've actually, what I was running before when I only had a couple of tanks, is I'd have, so the water from the pond goes up that pipe there into the grow beds. I've got it so I can turn it off. That's why it's sort of plumbed that way. and then the water comes, say, comes back out, and then I'll have that turned off, and then that one turned on, and then the water will just run back to the pond outside. So at the moment, if I had another pump, I can have three systems all at once at the moment quite easily. I just have the pond with its pump in there now, which is actually all ready to go, and there's a timer in there with a power point, and it runs over here into the greenhouse. Not a very good job of that actually, but anyway, it works. And I could shut those two off and those two off and just run these four together. I don't know, I've got a few options, I suppose. I guess I'd like to be able to maybe have trout if I keep the water cold enough, and maybe keep something which likes warm water in a separate system, and maybe certain times of the year I can merge the water. I don't know. I'm just experimenting, guys. So, like we all are. And anyway, so this is all my celery, and I just pulled one out yesterday and ate it. Oh, geez, I've got a bloody capsicum there, which is red. Oh, there's a couple there. Surprising once you take something out and then you realise that you've got other things behind it. It's kind of a pleasant surprise. Yeah, so I chucked the mixed capsicums seedlings in there from Bunnings anyway. They're bloody growing alright, so you get a couple out of that. I'm finding as this gets older, it does seem to be better. Especially like when some plants, they seem to have really thin, maybe this is something else, but they have really thin, like where they come out of the ground thin, and then they get thicker later. Like, I don't know, like this broccoli here, where it comes out of the ground, it's a really thin stalk, but now it's getting really thick, like, and really healthy looking. So I guess the nutrients getting more and more in the water. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Certainly should be, I guess. Tomatoes seem to go alright. I've been having a lot of this yellowy sort of stuff here. I cut a lot of them off yesterday too, and got rid of them because I thought I might as well. Couple of tomatoes. I haven't actually had any ripe yet, but they haven't actually been there that long either. So they're going crazy. I put one down the back here, and this is one here. I've got to tie it up too. So in the sump here, the water just sort of goes up into this arrangement here. I'm sure people who know aquaponics can see what I'm talking about straight away. And all the water comes back. It comes back through the bottom of the IBC, through this pipe here, and then out through there. So as the water pumps, this water level drops, and then this water actually kind of pours out of there and splashes the water and stuff. So it goes alright. There's no fish in there at the moment, I don't think. I had a few of those. I got a few little mosquito gudges that found their way back into here, but the bloody pump, someone sucks them up and throws them on the grow beds. So I might have to do something with that at some stage. I wouldn't mind getting some yabbies in there if I can be sure that they'll behave themselves. I'm not going to cause any problems. So this second one here, I've got some mosquito gudgeons, and there's a couple of goldfish in there. I suppose it's good to have a few fish in there, just sort of keeps the water getting stirred up a little bit and keeps it fairly clean. But geez, the goldfish have been going great from when I bought them. I didn't realise you could grow goldfish so big so quickly. Not much else to show you in here. Oh, this is interesting, I suppose, for myself anyway. This is eggplant, and I found eggplants weren't like, all the flowers would grow, then they'd just drop off and nothing would happen. Then I read about it and said that you got to get bees in, like, to pollinate and stuff. So I figured that bees weren't getting in. I opened the doors a few days where I sort of noticed bees are around. Also tried a little bit of hand pollinating with a little brush, and I got in there on the yellow bits on the outside and rubbed it on the middle bit there, because that's the female part and the male part there. So yeah, Anyway, so I'm really wrapped about that. I only discovered that yesterday. So I'm really wrapped. There's another one growing as well. So I was almost thinking about getting rid of the eggplants. Just a waste of time, but geez, it's going well. But it's all just bloody shooting up here. It just seemed to lay on the grow beds and then just start shooting up. In this grow bed, this is my first one, and I got I use this scoria. They call lava rock, I think, overseas. Red scoria. I heard that anyway. That's 120 bucks a square metre. Wasn't that cheap either, but anyway, that's what I got. It works all right. It's a bit. It's not easy on the hands though for planting and stuff. I'd much rather the clay beads. In the next bed, I put in black scoria, and I read somewhere on one of the forums that the black scoria was supposed to be good for keeping the pH more alkaline, and the red scoria is more for acid. So I mixed them both. I didn't have enough, to fill up the whole bed at the time. So eventually, I'm getting a lot of this. These grow beads for nothing, these hydroton stuff. So it was better anyway. So I've got a top layer of hydroton on that. So the third bed I've got silver perch in. I've got 104 silver perch, and they're just down the back. They're always they're all wussy fish, I reckon. They always seem to be down the back. Don't really come to the surface much. So they just stay in their own little group, huddled up. I guess as the water's getting cooler now, they're not so exciting. Anyway, yeah, but so stuff here you haven't harvested yet. That's just the radish there. It's obviously it's all hollow and all that should pull it out. These little white moths get in there and do some damage, I tell you. But really annoying. So how they, I heard you can use dipel with stuff and it's safe for aquaponics, so I've bought some of that. I'm just got to get around to doing it and having a go at it. I sort of don't like spraying stuff on here if I can get away with it, but it might be too late now anyway. They don't seem to be, I don't know, they come and go, don't they, so who knows. I suppose once you start seeing white moths around you should do something about it. This mint here, it just grew, because all this stuff here I got for nothing. All these pebbles I got for nothing. Like a herb grower was growing and he gets rid of it, so I got off him. And anyway, I chuck some worms in there too, and every now and then I pull something up and I'll see a couple of worms floating around. Chucked a few banana peels in there as well. Yeah, so this mint here, it grows like nuts and just starts to spread, so I don't know, I don't even use mint, so I might end up just pulling the whole thing out. I guess it's kind of cool to have a little bit there, as long as I can manage it. It's a nice smell though, you just brush up against it and stuff. Yeah, this is some new stuff I've grown from seedlings. I'll put some little crappy labels over here. Chinese broccoli on the left, and pak choy, and then cauliflower. And I think I'll put some more radishes along here from seed tape. Got some more celery growing, got some spinach there, got off one of Darren from another aquaponica, or about to be aquaponica guy. And they're growing okay, Darren, if you get to watch the video. And these are flowers here, I grew them from seed. Got all these aphids on there, so I'll give them a bit of a spray yesterday, but with water. I don't know, they're not bothering me that much, so I guess I'm not worrying about them. This is my tomato plants. That's actually tomato plants from from that grow bed. Those tomato plants were transferred to here, so I can confirm that transplanting old plants is no problem in aquaponics, especially with this stuff. This really is good stuff. These clay pebbles, but just so damn expensive. Especially when I pull things up. But I heard that, and I have noticed that it's not very stable. Like the plants that have the more substantial rock in them, and they kind of support it better. So I guess there's advantages to both. I intend to, with this one, have river gravel on top, because it's just, I don't know, you're always thinking about costs of things. No, Okay, here I've got my trout. I've got, well, I don't know, about 23 trout in there. There down the back as well. I should take a video with the fish when they're in the evening. They seem to be more out and about. So one big problem I've got, and I want to get around to doing, is these grow beds. I bought these ones a while back. They had some holes I didn't like where they were, so I got some sandwich board and hot glue gun them up. They're 500 litres each. They're these Tyche tubs, and my intention was to put 3 of them down the side of this, down the side of my greenhouse, and then somehow, like probably this height. I don't know yet. I'm just still thinking about it, you know, sort of on my mind. But I showed someone the other day, and he reckons why not just make them into wicking beds. So there's that idea too. I might even do that. But I sort of wanted to have as much I don't know, grow beds as I can filled in the water and stuff, so that I can, I don't know, I just figure it means I can have more fish. Not that I suppose I've got as many fish as I'd ever need, really, once they all start growing out. So it's, I don't know, what do you reckon? Maybe I should just have some wicking beds, because it'll certainly be easier to just put wicking beds down the side and muck around with plumbing and making sure I've got enough water that's going to fill the beds and all that, because there's going to be like 500 litres worth of water that's going to have to go into those to fill them up, and this pond is not going to be able to. Well, I don't know. What I was thinking about doing is having the water like go up into the top of the grow beds, and then it comes out. The water will come out and then into the pond, and then the pond would overflow back into some sump tanks. Like I'm thinking about putting some sump tanks under here. So that's what I'm thinking. It's a lot of work though, because there's a lot of mucking around digging. So I was thinking if I had 2,500 litres of sump tank, then there would be plenty of water that could run that sump to do the whole system. I'd still have options to separate it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's enough of me crapping on. So yeah, I hope that was interesting. If anybody could actually manage to watch that all the way through. Yeah, let me know what you think, I suppose. I'm eager for any advice I can get, because I'm only doing this for 5 months, so I'm just, you know, it's my hobby. So at the moment, it'll probably be something different in another year's time. But I don't know. It's growing food is a pretty good skill to have, you know. So I figure that it's something I want to get good at doing. So I'll probably stay with it. And having the greenhouse too means that I can do this hobby all year round, and it's a nice little place to come out to and do your gardening. Anyway, catch you later. Cheers.